Barrier. User, Bartolomeo. The barrier. Fruit lets the user create a strong, transparent barrier that can block almost any attack and keep the user safe. To keep it active, the user must hold a specific hand sign. If the hand sign is released, it disappears. It can also be used to push, crush, or hit enemies. Even Kozuki Oden failed to break the barrier. Weaknesses. The user must keep the hand sign the entire time to keep the barrier active, and it is mainly a defensive ability with limited attack options. Mochi. User, Charlotte Katakuri. The mochi fruit lets the user turn their whole body into mochi, giving it a Logia-like effect. The user can freely change the shape of their body, control the size of their attacks, and create different weapons and shapes from mochi. Weaknesses. Heat and cold. Fruits like the flame fruit and heat fruit can burn the mochi. Cold. Fruits like the ice fruit and snow fruit can make the mochi hard and less flexible. Paw. User, Bartholomew Kuma. The paw fruit gives the user paw pads on the palms of their hands. It was one of the prizes during the human hunting tournament at God Valley. The user can repel anything they touch to any place they want. This power was used to save over 500 people at God Valley. Kuma also used it to send the Straw Hat Pirates away from Kizaru during the Shabandi arc, saving them from defeat. The user can also fire powerful shockwaves from their palms. Another ability allows the user to remove a person's pain and fatigue, then transfer it to someone else or even to themselves. Weaknesses. Restricting the user's palms prevents them from using most of the fruit's abilities. Love. User, Boa Hancock. The love fruit lets its user turn people into stone if they are emotionally affected by the user's beauty or charm. It can also turn any part of the target's body into stone with its attacks and launch long-range attacks that petrify enemies. It can even restore petrified people to their normal state. Weaknesses. The main petrification ability only works on targets who are emotionally affected by the user, and its effects can be resisted through strong mental discipline, emotional control, and even by inflicting intense pain on oneself. String. User, Don Quixote Doflamingo. The string fruit lets the user create extremely sharp strings that can cut through bodies. The user can also move by attaching the strings to clouds and control other people like puppets. Doflamingo used this ability to control the king of Dressrosa and his army, forcing them to attack the citizens and destroy the kingdom. The user can create the bird cage, a giant cage of strings that traps everyone inside. Even Zoro and Fujitora could not cut its strings. After awakening the fruit, the user can turn the surrounding area into strings and control them. The user can also create string nets to block attacks and defend. Weaknesses. The strings can be burned. Venom. User, Magellan. The venom fruit lets the user cover their entire body with venom. It can also create venom attacks in different forms, such as the Hydra, and control them like part of the body. Massive amounts of venom can be released to cover large areas. It can also create a giant venom demon around the body. Magellan used this ability against Luffy during the Impel Down breakout. His venom nearly killed Luffy. Surviving it cost Luffy 10 years of his lifespan. Weaknesses. High risk of poisoning allies. Gravity. User, Fujitora. The gravity fruit lets the user control gravity and affect the surrounding area. It can call down massive meteors from the sky. Their impact is powerful enough to leave huge craters in the ground. The user can also use gravity to stop incoming attacks before they reach him. It can also increase gravity to pin enemies to the ground, or crush the earth to create giant holes. The fruit can make objects float and move them freely. Fujitora even uses this ability to travel by riding a floating rock, as seen during his pursuit of Luffy in Dressrosa. Weaknesses. Its full power is difficult to use in populated areas because of the massive destruction it can cause. Even during the Revolutionary Army's attack on the Celestial Dragons, Fujitora could not use his meteors for fear of destroying the city. Ope. User, Trafalgar Water Law. The Ope Ope fruit is one of the most valuable devil fruits in the world. The world government once offered 5 billion berries for it, value close to Roger and Whitebeard's bounties, and even higher than Kaido and Big Mom bounties. The reason is its eternal youth operation, which grants a person eternal youth, preventing them from aging or dying of old age. However, the user must sacrifice their own life to perform it. The fruit grants incredible medical and combat abilities. It allows the user to create a room, a space where they can control everything inside. Within the room, the user can swap the positions of people and objects, cut almost anything, and make objects float. Law even sliced through Virgo, despite his full body armament haki, and cut an entire smile factory in half. The user can also remove a person's heart without killing them, replace organs, and turn medical skills into deadly attacks that strike the enemy's body with precision. After awakening the fruit, the user gains techniques like K-Room, which coats the sword with the room for devastating attacks, and R-Room, which can completely silence a target. Law used this ability to silence Big Mom, preventing her voice from reaching anyone outside. Weaknesses. Large rooms consume a significant amount of stamina. Soul. User, Charlotte Linlin, Big Mom. The soul fruit lets the user take the lifespan of living beings and use it to create homies, living creatures with their own personalities and free will. Some homies can even betray Big Mom, like Zeus, who left her and joined Nami. Big Mom can also place souls into objects or natural elements like fire and clouds, bringing them to life and making them fight for her. When Big Mom uses her power to steal a person's lifespan, she gives them two choices: life or stay. If they choose life, they give up part of their lifespan. However, anyone who has no fear of Big Mom cannot have their lifespan taken by force, as shown by Jinbe. Big Mom's three main homies are Prometheus, Napoleon, and Zeus. After Zeus betrayed her, she replaced him with Hera. She uses them for most of her attacks to fly, travel, and perform powerful combination attacks. She can also call them to protect or rescue her, just as Prometheus did after she fell from Onigashima. During her fight against Law and Kid, Big Mom sacrificed 1 year of her own lifespan to greatly increase her power, transforming into a much stronger and more destructive form. Weaknesses. Targets who feel no fear of the user cannot have their lifespan taken by force. Quake fruit. Users Edward Newgate, Whitebeard, and Marshall D. Teach, Blackbeard. The Quake fruit allows the user to generate powerful vibrations by striking and cracking the air, creating massive shockwaves capable of destroying everything in their path. The user can also create devastating earthquakes on both land and sea. Whitebeard used this power to create gigantic tsunami waves that nearly engulfed Marineford. He could also transmit vibrations through the sea, tilting the ocean itself and creating colossal waves capable of sinking islands and entire fleets. Sengoku acknowledged the fruit's destructive power, stating, "The fact that we outnumber them doesn't guarantee our victory. That man has the power to destroy the world." Whitebeard also defeated the Giant John Giant with a single Quake-powered punch, and the resulting vibrations destroyed a large portion of the Marine headquarters. After stealing the Quake fruit, Marshall D. Teach tested its power with a single attack, shaking all of Marineford and destroying what remained of the Marine headquarters. After becoming the first person to wield the powers of two devil fruits at the same time, he declared the beginning of his new era.